Hey, I think it's live. What's up, everybody? Wow, Ian's fast. He got here already. Cool. What's up? I have Aquaballs here. George, we're just gonna talk fish tonight. Just
Good
on the way
evening,
in.
everybody.
Yeah. So anyway, what did you want to talk about?
I wanted to talk about fish breeding, fish-related disease. Not to breed fish when they're sick, of course, because we will lose them. Um, Things like that. Fish-related.
Yeah. I'm not actually that. Oh, there's an echo. I'm not that good with disease wise, but genetic wise, I mean those are easier to spot, right? So if you have a crooked spine,
Well,
like today I sent some rice fish out, and when I was catching them out of the pond, I noticed that some of them had some really crooked spines. And I would have sent them, but whatever you send out, you gotta check it really good because I saw one with it. It's like, okay, that one goes in the Oscar tank. Make sure she doesn't breed.
I agree.
That's
Well,
I mean that's what I do.
calling for your this like deformed fish. I have to do that in my one of my tanks, but I have to wait until it's bigger so I can see it for sure. Okay, this one's not good.
Hmm. Hey, mange,
Like
scales, furs, and fins.
yeah, well, some of them have bigger eye for some reason. I don't think that would be nice to sell with bigger eye. The black inside is bigger. Some of my okay, with this breeding with this fish, I realized that you have to always get different fish back to your colony, mix it. Don't go back to brother and sister. With this only individual one, I'm having problem with because it's throwing a lot of deformity out after the F0. The F1s almost like 25-30% are deformed. It's the Neolamprologus caropantharas. Really pretty white fish with the orange caudal
Yeah,
fins
those
and
are nice. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So
with
you're
blue eyes.
saying you try not to breed the siblings together?
Yeah, that is causing a lot of genetic deformity.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
Also, I wanted to talk about, the winter is coming. A lot of people like me in the garage, we do mistakes. Like the cold comes in, we don't shut the doors. Sometimes our betas, if they're little not healthy, they get sick. They get dropsy. They get the tail, uh, clip tail. They get fungus on them. That's what I wanted to talk. The when you first see that, don't wait. Don't waste your time. You're supposed to get 2 teaspoons of salt in 1 big cup of water. Mix it, dissolve it real good. Take your beta, put it in there about 25-30 second max. When you put it in there, beta is gonna go all crazy. When it slows down swimming, right before it stops,
Probably
take the
stings.
beta.
That's right.
What it does, it makes the beta irritate the skin. It will lose the slime coat, and that way you go back, put it in a fresh water with the catapa leaf in there, very little salt, and I'm doing that right now. So far so good, it's working. I got this method out from the YouTube people. I've seen so many people doing that. They call it a salt bath.
I've actually never tried a soft night. Which fish did you have to do that on?
I did it on 2 different betas. I did 2 different females. One of
What?
them, she's a wild beta. She had a clip tail, and the other one had fungus. Um, I'm looking at the one on the fungus. I don't see it anymore.
Which
I'm gonna wait for more
which
days.
which, which wild betta was it?
The wild beta is actually, I think it could be the Smaranadina.
Smargentina.
Smaranadina.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I have a male and female, and the female has the clip tail. So I did put it in a salt bath. I put it in the methylene blue water to that one, and she's back normal swimming, and like the clip tail is no more. It's all open again. She looks happy. But the other one, I put it in the catapa leaf and a little bit auto water and salt, a little bit of salt.
Nice. Well, hopefully it works out. Is the Smargendina the one with the spade tail? Does it have like a pointed tip or no?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
yes. We have one. I have one. I got it from the Blackwater Aquatic.
What color is it? Is it like blue or is it the like the copper one?
Greenish red and super super pretty. I can
Mm.
show, but the internet might interrupt.
Yeah, because I know they have those copper ones are really popular, but I think they have some kind of genetic issue. Have you heard of the copper ones?
Yes, the alien copper, right?
Well, I mean, I think the aliens are hybrids, right? So they're part Smargendina, like if I'm not mistaken. Well, I don't know. It's not officially released
So
what they're.
Jesse, in the past, when I started getting those aliens, they're super pretty. I've been, no joke, they are hard to keep. I've been losing them from that same problem. So they're not cheap. They're $50 each. I have a whole batch. I want to raise it. Send you some. I promise Candy some.
Cool,
There is
cool.
different colors in there. I want to keep some for me to breed back, and that's what I want to focus on. I don't want to like the glow betas. I don't have them more. You know, I don't. They died on me. All the females.
Yeah, I remember that.
So
Yeah, I still have them though. So if you want some back,
cool. No, we're
I
cool.
mean,
We're
not that
cool.
I'm
I'm
breeding.
okay. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
We're cool.
yeah, yeah. Because I was gifted some alien betas from a friend of mine. He imported them in, and then I saw them at his house. I was like, oh, those are cool. Aren't those alien betas? He's like, yeah, you want them? Breed them for me, and then have fry, and then give me back the fry. I was like, oh, okay, I'm pretty good at breeding betas. And then like within a week, the male died. I felt so bad. I was like, what do I do now? He gave it to me to breed, and then I killed them.
It
But
happens, brother.
yeah, yeah, it sucks, man. Yeah.
I mean, you remember those Brazilian flagfish? They call it acaras. They're flag acaras. Mine are already nice and hefty. They're looking super awesome, super strong. They are raised in my city water. Like you remember, I was telling you the hard
Let me
water.
let me look up what they look like. Because I have some Acaros too, but they're like the
They're
Curviceps
dwarf. They call them dwarf flag acaras.
dwarf flag
They're
Acara.
blue and reds on them. When they put the breeding dress, they look blackish.
Let me see. Oh, okay. Hey, okay, these are the same ones. I have this too. Yeah, there
Oh
is a
yeah.
Lydia
Okay.
Cara Curviceps.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good to know.
common name is dwarf
Uh,
flag Acara. Yeah, it's the same ones.
I didn't breed them, so I wasn't gonna breed them. Right now I'm not gonna breed them. I bred them. I had a couple batches. I didn't take the fry. I didn't raise it. What I did, I let it go. The mom and dad ate the babies.
Yeah, they're kind of aggressive because I noticed I bought like four. They're like half an inch. They're not fully grown, of course. And
No,
then
they're bigger now.
one of the ones that I bought, the ones that I have, I bought them from the pet store. They're like locally bred, and I bought four, and then two of them died, and I think because they're too aggressive. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll
Mhm.
buy more because I don't want just two. I mean, they're unsexable at that age. And then another one died, so I was like, okay, I'll buy. So now I have four. I want four, right? So okay, now I have a stable four. So hopefully that's enough to get them breeding. But I have to grow them out a lot. Like they're really small. But yeah, those are cool.
When I first brought those ones in here, uh, I put them with the German Rams, and they bullied the German Rams, and they killed all my German Rams.
Oh,
How about the silver sumo half beaks? Do you have those?
is it the
They're
platinum ones?
yes, with the red on the bottom.
I'm not sure if I had that specific one. Maybe, but they didn't do well for me. Like I put them. It wasn't this specific time. It was right here. My old 75, my old Ptolemy tank, and yeah, they. I mean, maybe they lasted a month or so, but I don't know. They disappeared. I don't know if they jumped out, but I heard
They
they're
just
kind of.
yeah.
I heard hard to take care of.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, in my case, I brought six. They are
Mm.
behind me in the 75. They've been here for a while. They were small. They got big. They were all torn up when I got them. They're really nice now. And sometimes, yes, you are right. Some batches are no good at all. The
Mm,
Alapest, the following week I went, more than more than half were dead on the filter. I was like,
yeah.
oh no. I'm glad
And
I didn't get that much.
you always see them fighting too. They're just like, "Rah!"
Yeah, they call them sumo what platinum half peak, right?
I'll be the one. Yeah.
Sumo
Um,
for a reason. They always fight. They come up and like everybody says, they jumpers. So far, mine are all in here. The top of my aquarium is open. It's in my planted tank. There's angelfish and two discus and two angels. There is about five baddest, beautiful baddest. I have about maybe 10 to 12 uh, white cloud minnows with albino and white clouds, and two big, nice, big size Australian empire gudgeons. They're always hiding in the
oh,
bushes.
those are
But
nice.
I bought four, but only two left. The
Those are
two might disappear.
those are all cool fish to do some breeding projects there.
I
Should
don't know how to breed those ones. They're
you need
pretty
more setups.
big.
Well, I actually bred those on baddest. They're pretty easy. You just gotta isolate them. You put like a little breeding cave, and the male
Mhm.
will guard the cave, and he has a bunch of eggs inside. And then once you see him holding the eggs, you gotta take the female out, because if they turn to wigglers, she'll eat them, but he won't eat them. So then once they
Oh,
turn
so
to wigglers,
you're
then you take them, then you take him out. Just like the wild bettas. That's the same thing I do for a lot of
oh, I
the
see.
fish. Yeah,
Yeah, I take the beras exactly like you said.
yeah, yeah.
You breed the female when he beats her, chase her. I take her out, and then I wait about 3 to 4 days until he takes them and spits them back out. He makes sure they're swimming. He doesn't eat them the first when they start hatching, right? When you take them in that time, I realize less babies because some of them fall down, they drown, they don't come back. What's what that dad does? Picks them up, spits them back, teaching them how to swim. That's when you get good batches successful. After 3 days, take them really quick out.
Yeah. Yeah. Once they kind of have that mid-water swim where they're not clinging onto the glass or anything, then you know they're good to go. You can take the parent out. Yeah.
So yeah, here's this female. Look, she's swimming really good. I'm gonna bring her over so you can see it.
Oh, thanks, Dave. He sent me a super sticker. Is that that's a it's some kind of
Galaxy koi.
toy or galaxy? Yeah, galaxy is when they have the shiny spots, right? Is that what it needs?
Yeah, but this one, she kind of suffering for me for some reason. I tried to breed her, and I didn't put her with the male yet, and she wasn't doing good. So I was like, no, 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 you coming out. I really like her color. I don't want to lose her, so I gave her a salt bath earlier, and I put her in the clean water. The clean water is important. Every day I'm gonna change this water until she's back recovered 100%. Also, she's eating. She didn't quit eating.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like the reason why my Ellie bettas wasn't doing good, they weren't eating. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Maybe I should have treated them for something, but
Now, I don't know if you read my message in one of the chats today, but I was just joking, of course. I said Jesse jinxed me. I have no more connection for blackworms, Jesse. The, the wildfire in California, the pond that the blackworms comes from, they are taking the water, so they shut down the whole pond. There is no blackworms for the next 2 months, my friend. So
well,
elephant
I don't have
is
any
good.
blackworms either. So
So I was like, in the little cup today, I had couple. I go, should I culture this? Don't feed it to my
I've been
worms. I
telling
even
you, you gotta culture them. Do it for me, so that I like if you could successfully culture them, you teach me what works. Because last time I did actually have some, but I wasn't able to culture them successfully. I think it was the scuds because I had scuds in there, and I think they were bothering them. But yeah, so I want to try again, but I need to get my hands on some more.
I just gotta have to find the location. They are usually by the stinky water, really stinky water, by the golf course where they dump extra water. That's where they usually are. But if you find the location where they come from, yeah, you hit the gold jackpot, gold mine jackpot.
Dave says
Literally.
to chop them up. Does that really work, you think? You can chop them up?
Yes, I heard that if you chop it, they do, but you gotta still feed them like regular fish. Like you gotta put spirulina in there and some other stuff to feed them also. When you chop them, they're kind of coming up to 2 pieces.
Yeah, I can't wait to try again. I mean, you guys should be culturing them. You have access to it, so.
Yes, I'm gonna try.
Well, how much does it cost? Is it's kind of pricey, right?
It is actually.
What is it for like a golf ball?
Let me tell you how much.
Is it
about
like $6?
Okay. Do you see this? Okay, about this much. This much.
Jason.
And like little tiny cup, little tiny, like one of the medicine cups, the one you take, like 5 milligrams, I think, to the cap of it, $2. That's one portion. They call that.
That's not bad, but then actually, when you think about it, for the mass of it, that's kind of expensive to feed your fish because it ain't gonna last long, right?
So it feeds me the whole entire day. My mud skippers, my betas, everybody.
No, but that's what I mean. Like that's $2 a day. Like it's gone in that day, right? So
well, that's my love for my animals.
No, I would do it too, but that's why you want to culture it so that then you don't have to spend $2 a day. You know, like I don't know. That's what I want. I mean, well, for me, I can't even get it. They used to sell it here when I was young. They used to sell black worms and tubiflex worms.
No more.
All the time. Yeah, I don't know. I think we used to have some farms here, and it's hard. It's not impossible. It's not illegal to import, but you need like a special permit, and they don't let anybody have that. You kind of need to be special. I was told that they'll probably say no to me for some reason. I don't know. I don't know what it would take for them to say yes, but it's not easy to get that permit. So I was like, I don't know. That's why if I ever do get it, I want to culture it.
Me and the wife, we were talking about buying air pump for the room. We were looking at the air pump you're using for your whole entire collection. How many filters you have hooked up to that one pump?
68.
Nice. Big sponge filters or medium size?
No, they're Aquarium co-op. I think they're medium or large. I think they're medium. I think they're But
so this like nice one like that.
It's like this. It's like
it's the same one I use.
But all of those tanks are kind of shallow, so they don't have to pump really deep, right? If you had like a 30-gallon regular size, they're tall, or 55-gallon, you know how they have to go deep and pump down on the pressure. You're not going to be able to do that. Like those are all like 10 gallons, 15 gallons, or even those pond pumps are shallow.
Like 40 and 55. How many of those I can run with that pump?
Hard to say. Like in my other fish room on the other side of the house, I have about 4 large pumps that it's running to, and I have probably about 50 setups. So you can handle some, but it's kind of reaching its limit because I noticed like if I have like a L valve that's just open, then some of the tanks turn off because it's really that one is releasing too much air and not saving enough. So that's when you know you're kind of reaching the max. Like you kind of have to be careful. Like, I'm probably maxed out already. Like that's it. You know. Yeah.
Don't forget, you can always hook up another one on the opposite side and use them together. Remember?
Yeah. Like Jason, he's actually buying 2. I think he's buying the 20. The 20 size. So it's like half the size. It's a smaller. It's like half the size. But
I saw earlier.
Yeah.
Gymco.com. They had these different ones for really good price, $165. A strong one that runs up to 50 sponge filters. The big one, but not the linear. The linear, like the one you have, they have also same exact one and the bigger one, but the bigger one's like 325. The linear piston is better, I heard. It's more quieter, right?
It's quieter and it lasts longer, so you won't have to replace it as soon. Because the what is the diaphragm ones? Of course,
Diaphragm.
you gotta replace the diaphragm, right? Because it'll wear out and mechanically. But I mean, at least you can replace the diaphragm and to fix it.
Diaphragm is like $165. How long those last?
Oh, I don't know. Not that
No,
long.
the pump is $165.
The linear?
The big one.
Oh, okay.
The big one. The whole thing. It was cheap. They had it on sale.
Yeah, I don't know how much the diaphragms cost to replace, and probably it's hard to find too. But
I'm sure they sell it at Gymco.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. Yeah. Posiwi says she can ask her family. Maybe she can get some. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I know, like she has family down in Hawaii, and I think she's from California, if I'm not mistaken. But she has a family that owns a pet store on this island. So yeah, they might be able to.
The platforms, right?
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, maybe you have to have a pet store in order to import them. I should just say I'm a pet store.
Well, my pet store gets him about every Monday. He was getting 2 pounds of it. He feeds up almost everything in his store. He's got wild discus. He's got all kinds of stuff. Now he's gonna do frozen. For me, frozen is cheaper. I can get 3 packets of frozen Hikari for $10.
Oh yeah. Frozen is cheaper. Dried is even cheaper. Hey, what's up, Bryson?
Frozen's much cheaper. Yeah.
I mean, just like steaks, right? Frozen steaks is cheaper.
Is it okay to feed the discus frozen bloodworms and the angels?
Definitely. Oh yeah.
So don't worry. I always deworm. I do once a month medication for food. Kind of get them bacteria going less. So I do that. I take care of fish.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't dose any medications unless I see a problem. But you kind of proactively do it.
I do it, especially when I first get the fish from somebody new. I put them in a little tiny 2.5 gallon with a big nice filter with a sponge on the intake, and once the fish is doing good eating, there's nothing wrong with it, and then I'll move them to the bigger tanks.
What do you dose with? What are you adding?
I was doing Metroplex, and I was doing Prazipro, and I was putting garlic guard with that, putting it in that Hikari Viva Bites, mixing it all together and put it under the sun, let it dry out. It will become like crisp back again, dry, and not mushy, not like a big.
Oh, so you're orally medicating them. You're not
kind of like absorb it.
Yeah, so that kind of actually you save a lot of money, right? Because you don't have to use too much of the medication. You're not dosing per gallon. You're kind of just adding some to the food, right?
Just like I'll get a little petri dish. I put a little handful of the food, and I drop like 10 drops of the Prazi, little tiny bit of the powder Metro, and then I put like a little bit of a garlic guard, mix it up together with a stick, with a shish kebab, and let it dry out.
Yes, interesting. Like actually, I don't hear many people talking about that's the way to dose. Because a lot of people, like you read the label, they say, "Oh, just put it in the water," but then that's kind of expensive. So that's actually a good tip. I never really thought of it.
I did the water method in the beginning. I lost fish. I have it documented in my video. I lost many fish. I went the recommended dosage, dropped the water in the water. The Prazi killed my fish. It dilutes the oxygen out of your tank. So if you don't have good aeration, stuff like that, you will lose fish. Didn't know. I was new at the hobby. I lost fish. I learned a better method is feeding it to the stomach. That at least it gets inside of them. And if there's any kind of parasite, we'll move it out.
You should do a video on exact like your process so that people can learn from it. I haven't really seen that before. Hey Pam, what's up? What are they talking about? Rhizome Rot?
I love the tank behind you. Nice aquascape.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like the plants finally grew in, so it's doing good. Yeah,
I actually
I had to treat it with mycin. Is that how to say it? Myrcin or mycin, whatever. I got this big jar actually. Naracin. That's what it's called.
never,
But it worked
never.
really good. It worked really good because I saw some issues. Like some of them were starting to have some kind of sores on them. I was like, okay, I gotta do something. It looked bacterial, and I think this is a bacterial treatment. So now they're fine. So work good.
Just to let you know, George is no more in the room. The
What do you?
flower horn.
You sold it. You got rid of them.
He's gone, and then yeah, I sold in plants today too. I got like $30 worth of plants. Not much, but again, it's still something.
Nice.
I made a friend too, also. That's who bought it. New friend I met at the LFS. Went
Oh,
there.
I don't know him then.
I'm gonna invite him to my channel one of those days when I get a better internet. He's gonna join me. He has his own Instagram. Really nice guy.
Posivi, what do you want me to ask them tomorrow? Oh, black worms. Black worms. Live. It has to be alive, not the frozen ones or dried. I want them alive because I want to culture them. Yes. Yeah.
They are great source of protein for your fish, especially to get them breeding. Like everything, discus,
You can.
angels.
I don't know if you ever seen like Dan's fish. He actually used it to start his to cycle his fish room, his new fish room, his extension. He used it to cycle, so to start up all his new tanks. Like it's kind of like doing a fish cycle, right? But he used the blackworms instead. That way, when he adds the fish, then they have a good source of food. Yeah.
So he took like the bacteria from one tank with bunch of black
No,
worms and he
well, I don't know if he added bacteria, but he just added a
yeah,
little bit
bunch
of
of black
blackworms
worms
into the tank.
siphoned it.
Yeah.
They have their gut bacteria and everything in there. I'm sure of
Right.
it.
I mean, I wish I had enough blackworms to like add it to all my tanks.
I usually have a if I want to start a tank, I usually have a sponge filter sitting in my sump, one of the big sumps for months. And I'll just take that one, put it in the new tank, put the gravel, put everything, let it run for 24 hours. I don't just throw fish right away. And then do a water change after I put the fish in there. After that 24 hour, I do that 10% and then I add the fish.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, remember the bacteria, it's always in the sponge and all that. It's already overnight, that 24 hour, it goes all back in there. If you squeeze it or anything like that, and they will be all in the sponge. So if you take the water, bacteria is not in there, not much.
Yeah. Yeah, those sponges. You know how it's recommended to like wash them out in aquarium water so that you don't kill all the bacteria. I've actually I believe that because I recently bought a brand new sponges for some of them because I just wanted to change them out. And so I physically took the old one out and I put the new one in. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And then I noticed that a lot of the guppies start to get flat fins, like they were actually suffering from something. And I think it was because they didn't have that beneficial bacteria.
You're never supposed to do that. You're supposed to leave at least 1 week.
Yeah.
1 week.
Rookie mistake.
No, that's okay. You learn, right?
I mean, that's proof. Like, I mean, sometimes you can listen to the wisdom, but actually, it's better when you learn from your first experience. Like,
But you actually
for sure, like, yes, it's true.
I did the same thing. I wanted to see if it actually works, So I took a brand new beta tank. I started it, the brother one. I threw the betas in there, fresh water. Woke up the next day, the water is murky. I didn't add any bacteria whatsoever. So I knew what to do. Grabbed a little sponge with a bunch of bacteria, squeezed it in there. 12 hours later, it was crystal clear. I didn't do nothing, just to put little bacteria. That white water, the murky water went right away. It was like crystal clear again.
Nice.
So you're not supposed to start a tank without a bacteria, man. You
No,
know,
obviously it wasn't a
tried
brand
it.
new tank. It was actually just I took the old. It was an old tank, like, so the glass was still there. You know, even had substrate. How's that? You know, you think bacteria in the it wasn't enough? Like I guess it was enough of a shock to them that it was like, oh, what's this? You know, like you took away my sponge.
Mainly, it's all in there. I think that what that is, it's like a nitrifying bacteria. It eats all the bad stuff. It's like
Mhm.
always constantly eating. If you stop
Yeah.
feeding it, I think it becomes bad. So whenever I have a sump sitting there for 2 3 days, I clean the whole thing back up. I don't use it. Go plug it back in and reuse it. I think that bacteria is bad inside that sump now. My personal opinion. I never tried it to use it, but I think when it sits like a sitting water, it becomes bad, stinks, and
It does stink. There's like an aquarium smell, right?
yeah. The
Yeah.
sitting ones, like I
Mhm.
have a sump. I unplugged it. If it sits here 1 week, I won't just go plug it back in and let it use, thinking that the bacteria is good in it. No, I wash the whole thing and we add new bacteria in the tank.
Wow, there's 19 people at this time of night. What's up, everybody? Thanks for
Hello,
coming.
everybody. Uh,
GRD,
Good
Lazarus,
evening.
Cody-san.
Sorry, I'm not reading the chat. So the Madaka rice fish, I thank you very much. You send it. I haven't gotten it yet, but it's in the mail. I was told I was gonna get it Saturday. You never know. It could be tomorrow. It could be Saturday. You never know.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, so only 4 days. That's pretty good. Yeah, should be
Yeah,
okay then. Yeah.
should be all right. Good.
I just got some bad news today. Someone's shipment didn't. Everything died. They sent me a video, and USPS smashed my box, put a big hole in it, and it was to California, and they said it was 100 degrees, over 100 degrees. Yesterday, is that true? Was it super hot? So I think what
Not
happened was,
yesterday. The day before, I lost 15 rats over here.
yeah. So I think it broke the insulation so that it let all that hot air, and they said it was sitting out in the weather because they sent it to their business, and it was like doing the weekend or something, so no one was there, so it was just sitting in the hot air, and then they did the unboxing and everything was dead. But I was
But
like,
that's not your fault, my friend.
it's not my fault, but like if someone pays for something, then then you I don't know. I try to make it right because they didn't get their fish, even though it's not my fault. Right? I don't know.
I understand.
So
I know how
I'm gonna resend them.
we are a
It sucks.
different breed of fish keepers.
Yeah.
I mean, I have conscience. Like, I don't want to rip anybody off.
Hmm,
I
hmm.
want to sell my fish way cheaper than an LFS too for my friends. If
Yeah.
somebody want to buy it, I am gonna make a Get Gills account very soon because I have a lot of species growing up.
Yeah, you
Try
do.
to
I
sell them.
can't wait. I can't wait till you do that. You're gonna be overwhelmed with orders, I'm sure.
You do get business on Get Gills?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I shipped 5 boxes on Tuesday.
From Get Gills.
Was it all from GetGill? Some is through personal email. It's either personal email or GetGills. Either or. However people find me. Yeah. Where was it sent to? Somewhere in California. I can't. Maybe Sacramento. I'm not sure. I gotta look. I gotta look back.
That day it got hot a couple days ago. My room here it hit 104, 103. I watched the temperature. I was here on the heat. I only lost one fish, but I have rodents. I put the fan on them. That wasn't helping, man. I lost a bunch of them. It was not cool. But the fish, I only lost one. It was the Neolamprologus brevis, the female. Well, the bad part about those, they pair for life, and now the male is all by himself.
Oh, that sucks.
So I'm thinking tomorrow to take him out,
Uh-huh.
take him to the LFS, get a Neolamprologus brevis gold spot. They have like little yellows on on the chicks. Those
Mm-hmm.
are pretty. The same thing, but with the sun spot.
You know, they say they breed for life, but if you take away their mate and you replace them, I'm sure they'll go again.
You see, there's about 55. They're big already. Some can be breeding size in a couple months. But those are his babies. I don't want to breed it back to daddy.
Ah, well, you could.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm sure you.
what's up? How's it there in Australia? Must be early, like 5 o'clock dinner time. I've only had one DOA, just one fish out of all the mailed fish. Well, that's a good record. That's a good record. I've had more than that, but not too many. Not too many too.
So, what's your breeding plans in the future, especially the winter time? Does it get cooler down there, or is it stay the same temperature all year round?
Oh no. It varies some. Not too bad. Like in the wintertime it'll get down to the 60s, and in the summertime it gets in the high 80s or mid 80s. So it's a, kind of like only a 20-degree range. So there is some range, but it's not too bad. Um, but I've noticed in the early summer, when summer just begins, that's when the fish start to breed like crazy. In the wintertime, they slow down. Like some things will just stop breeding in the winter.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, let me ask you one personal question. You don't have to answer at all, brother. Because you're so close to Japan, do you have any connections that they can send you some nice rice fish from Japan that there doesn't exist in the United States?
I personally do not import internationally myself, but I know other people who do, and there is some people on the island that import rice fish, specifically the king reds, the
Hmm.
koi, the tricolor ones, or even the kohaku, the red cap ones, miyukis. They're already here on this island, and I have some friends that are breeding them, and I'm waiting them to give some to me, but it's gonna take some time. In all
Of
good
course.
time, yeah, it's gonna happen someday, but it's not ready. They're all kind of more on the recent side, so you
That's
gotta
good.
give
That's future
you gotta
breeding.
give it some time. But yeah, it'll happen. Yeah, it was a
Very
match.
exciting.
Yeah,
Very exciting.
I know. I was just talking to your friend. I think you gave him my contact, and I told him the same thing, exactly that. Like, yeah, it's here. We just gotta wait. Yeah.
Yeah, that buddy of mine is an interesting person. He's really awesome. I really enjoy his company. He's
Hey, what's
from
up, Fluffy?
Vietnam.
Yeah. What does he breed?
He
What does
breeds a rice fish. He does have the platinums at home.
what kind does he have right now? Oops.
He has the silver ones.
Miyuki. Or the platinum. Well, okay. Well,
The
silver.
platinum with the
Is
dots
it
on there.
is it blue? Kind of on the bluish grayish side.
I haven't seen it to tell you the truth. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but he does have them. He said he has plenty of them. He does have
Okay.
a nice big backyard where he
Mhm.
had a pond. He has. I haven't been there for a couple months, so he's like me. He gets going and he has like planted tanks. Uh, Very interesting plant that I have some of it. He has a whole tank full of it. He wanted to sell the other day. He's selling me. Do you know where to sell it? I was like, I'll find it. It's a limnophilia, one of those really pretty limnophilias. Really
Mm.
green, light green looking, like a lime light green.
So
So yeah,
he's
he's
is he more into like little pond fish on that kind of side of things? He doesn't do like monster fish or
when I
cichlids.
met him, he had tilapias. He let me have the tilapias. And then after that, I gave it back to him. I don't know if he still has the tilapias, but no monster fish. Only likes the shrimp and the betas. He's doing the little betas, especially the koi. He's really interested in the koi betas because there's a lot of market into it right now.
Hmm.
If you
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
if you
yeah.
have pretty things, it sells fast.
Are
Like
you breeding any koi bettas right now? It was at Lisa, by the way.
I don't have any. Only bred I bred two. So I bred my koi boy, the pretty green tail looking one,
Mhm.
with a female from my stock. That to that, and then I took George back to one of his sisters. I'm saying George. I'm sorry, that Superman looking one. Superman looking.
Wait, you sold him? You didn't sell
No,
him.
no, no. I still have that one. I still have it.
I was
I have
like,
it right
I was gonna get mad. I was like, what?
there. No, no, no. I have that one. I have it.
Okay,
He's
okay.
really, really gorgeous looking fish.
Hey, what's up, Big Tank Hank? Thanks for coming.
The cool thing is I can grab any of the ones and bring them and show them to you. That's
Mhm.
it. I really enjoying this new rack. So far, it's been running smooth. I'm only gonna. I was looking at Jimco. They have the metal ones that screw in, but they are ran out. They have the bigger size, so I don't think that would work for me. I need the exact small one so I can just screw them right into the holes.
Mm.
So they're out of it. Gotta wait until they get more.
Hey, Ed is here. What's up? I entered into his fantasy football this year.
How about Aquarium Cup? Is he in the chat?
No, I don't see him yet.
He's been there watching us. This is his dream. He wanted to see me and you talking for hours about fish, not to read the chat at all. He said just keep talking all about the fish, how you breeding and how you doing the things. Um, have you been breeding any angelfish?
Any what?
Angelfish.
No. I have some in like 100-gallon tub. They're the koi ones, and they're nice red. Like their head is like a bright dark
Really
orange.
nice.
They're
Like
nice,
the
yeah.
one we have.
But they have like it's a colony of 6 of them. Do you think they'll breed together like that, or I have to separate them?
I say if you can tell which one's the male and female, take the male and female, put
Mhm.
them in separate like I have, and they will breed right away. In like about a week and a half, they will
Oh yeah.
put the
Oh, I should try it just for fun. Yeah.
they will right away breed. Look, the koi, the one you're talking about, I have a pair. They bred and they have about 30 to 50 fry. They're raising it. So far, so good. I've been feeding them brine shrimp every day once, and I'm giving them a little bit of a spirulina, mush it right in my fingers. So they're doing good. I'm
You,
surprised because
you,
I was told that,
you just like put powder in, like spring the powder.
yeah, spirulina, I make it like really, really fine. And I put my finger in there. I don't let it go on top. Like I let it go inside the
I
tank, and
Yeah. If not,
so it
it's
will
just
go
dust on the
everywhere.
surface, right? You
Yeah,
want to
if
like,
you go like on top, it becomes a dust on surface. It won't sink, and the babies are all the way in the back bottom of the tank.
I didn't know people are using that for fry food.
While I wanna train when I wanna sell the fish, I want they have everything. They're eating everything. So
Dry
people
food,
like
dry food, right?
everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give them Tetra colors crisp. I'm gonna give them some of that Hikari what Viva bites. I like that a lot. It makes a lot of protein. In fact, they love it. The Discus go crazy on that Viva bites, and so that's why I do medication in there. It's like a natural black worms or bloodworms look like it too, and it has a good smell to it too. Also,
I never tried.
so yeah, the angels that I bred, the platinum angels, I took them out. They're doing great, feeding them brine shrimp, doing the water changes. Some are passing out, man. Some of them, it happens. I was told you don't get the whole entire clutch living until the end, until you get them
Oh,
to the big
you have too many. I saw that tank. I thought it was what did I think it was? Like adult brine shrimp, right? They were all just like I was like, oh my god.
They look like brine shrimp, but they're actually hundreds of fry from
Yeah.
the platinum blue angels.
It looks like at least 200 to me.
More. There is more.
There's more. What size
There is
tank?
more.
Like a 10-gallon tank?
It is. I'm hoping that they survive. I'm doing water changes at 20% a day.
That's
So hopefully they'll survive. It's not easy to do a water change with babies in it, frying it.
Have I ever done smaller tetras? I've never bred any tetras. I've never tried. Well, good luck
So
to you. Though.
tomorrow, I am thinking to get some tetras. Do you see this black with blue in the middle belly? The black tetras, really pretty.
Emperor tetras?
Not like they're black tetras. You know how the red tetras have red serpent tetras, but the black ones. They call them black something.
So the whole body is black and they have a blue eye?
They have blue eye and they have a blue in the belly. In the like a belly, there's a blue dot in there, and not too many of them out there. I have the LFS has them for about 2 weeks. They look so beautiful, healthy, and he wants only $4 each, and he has only 3. Hopefully, if he has it tomorrow, I'm gonna pick them up. And he's got a beta, the boy beta that looks like it's a tiny one, not adult. He looks like a, what is it called? Fancy color, they call it. Fancy color? Multicolor.
Mm.
Those aren't bad at all. You know, you can get a lot of different colors if you mix them. Multicolor.
Unfish. Let's see. Bryson says maybe black neons or black skirt. Probably with the
They're
black.
tetras, yes. Like almost like midnight tetras.
I thought they were maybe the black emperors.
Black. It could be the emperors. Let me show them to you later tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sure he still didn't sell them because they're so black that when you look in the tank is in the bottom, planted. You can't see them.
Bryson is asking for some rice fish tips. Yeah, I have some pretty good tips. Like I've tried several different ways. I know what doesn't work and what does work. I would say my number one tip is pearlweed, because they lay eggs in there and they're like pearlweed grows so massively and so intricately that it's such a good hide for the fry. And I just like feed them like baby brine shrimp every twice a day, and they grow up fast. And you can actually colony breed them that way. That's the best. Like for me, that's the best way to do it. Just make sure, because my ponds are outside, I had like a dragonfly nymph issue. So I started covering it with that light diffuser so that the dragonflies can't lay the eggs anymore. Ever since I did that, I don't have that issue anymore.
Jesse, I'm thinking to put one kind in my 44-gallon big trash can tub full of scuds and those big snails. And it has a lot of top plants with a lot of long.
For rice fish?
Yeah, rice fish. Yeah, what do you say?
No.
One of
No.
Don't do that.
I used to do that, okay? And I used to not find any eggs in the spawning mops. I suspect that the scuds are eating the eggs, if not the snails. Either one of them. When I got rid of that, so I started dosing with a Demelin to get rid of them, and the eggs started coming back. So one or both of them were eating the eggs. Okay. I'm not sure if it was the ram's horn snails.
Put them in the clean tub, no snail, nothing.
They don't need that, and they're only overpopulated. They don't eat it as readily enough. Just feed them. Yeah, I have issues with. Everybody knows I hate scuds. I truly believe that the strain that I have eat eggs. Maybe not all strains, but the one that I have.
What do you feed the rice fish?
Baby brine shrimp, and a combination of my frozen and my frozen, the Meister shrimp, the brine shrimp, and bloodworms combination. Throw that in with a little drop of vitamins, and then I follow up. Not every day, but then I'll feed them some dry, like some crushed flake or some tetracolored granules. I'll just crush that up too. It's a combination of stuff. But mostly the brine shrimp, because you know how I spray them every day. Yeah.
I have those here now in my room. I got few of them sitting around here.
The betas love scuds though. You can put scuds in betta tanks. They'll eat them all up. But not stuff like guppies and rice fish, no.
So if you get the bettas in a good size, scoop them out and throw them in there. They'll finish all of it out. I have also blue shrimps in there with the scuds, with those big, giant Malaysian ram's horn snail, I think.
Malaysian ram snails?
I think they're called giant Malaysian ram horns snails.
Oh, you have the giant ramshorn snails? I want those. Wait, I didn't know you had those. Are they kind of like striped colored? Like they're kind of multicolored?
Your box will be loaded of them next time you get it.
I didn't know you had those.
You're gonna be like, George, you want some back? In like a month, you just be careful with them. Warn you. Don't put them anywhere in like open water. Just put them somewhere that you can control it, please. Like,
For
because
sure.
they overpopulate super fast. You will see. I think if you have like extra water plants that you don't want anymore, you cut off, it's gonna be trash. Put them in that one tub, and all that extra plant in there that is going bad, you know, they'll eat all of it up. They eat plants. So that's why I'm making mine really happy and healthy and hefty.
Well, are you saying they multiply faster than regular ramshorn? They're more.
Well, these guys, the way they do it, they lay bunch of little big eggs, look like transparent all over plants, and like,
Well, so do my ramshorn. My regular size ramshorn too. They multiply. Like, are they worse?
the clutch is like 100 something.
Oh, okay. So maybe they are worse. Okay. I'll be careful.
And they're giants, like really nice.
I did draft the best team, didn't I?
That's the same, just like that. It's got the. I mean, that's a ram's horn snail, man.
Cool. I've been wanting those. Yeah. I look forward to that. But that the guy, the dark water or blackwater aquatics.
Blackwater aquatics.
He has the beta mandor. So I'll beta mandor, yeah. I'll pay you to buy them from him, and then you can ship it to me. I want those too.
When the stream is over, I hit him up, make sure he has them,
Okay.
and I'll let you know, because I Instagram him, and then he'll hit me back right out. I can go pick him up tomorrow, no problem.
Can you ask them and make sure that when the male isn't breeding, just that it's blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's the blue one with the two red two dashes on the
really
cheek.
Skinny looking one, right? He's on the photo of the internet. When you push it in, it says you gotta have to choose like this line, that line, and it's in one of the photos. It looks so pretty, blue with the red on the face, right?
Yeah.
Really pretty.
Yeah, I want that. Yeah. Bryson, he's unsophisticated in the chat. He breeds the beta Forshi or something. They're part of that same complex, so they're related to that one. And his are pretty nice too.
Since I haven't got the black worms, I've been feeding the chinoides. The Viva bites, they're not so happy about it. The water got little fall today. The female was flipping on me, telling me to change my water. I did have a water change right away on her. She was back. And
I'm sorry for those. I only fed live and frozen. I didn't really. Once in a while I would feed them some tetracolor granules, and not all of them would eat it. Like some of them would eat it, but not all of them would. They're like, "What the hell is this?" So maybe I spoiled it. Cut it out.
I hope I can. Will keep them alive. I will get some frozen and try the frozen one.
Yeah. No, they're very hardy though.
Is he saying hi?
Yeah. Let me deal with my. What do you want?
Sorry, everybody on the chat. I wasn't reading. I apologize. You know, my friend Cap told me not to read the chat when I'm hanging out with Jesse. Just we gotta talk fish tonight. pretty much. So yeah, earlier, I did this salt bath. It's so far so good. I trust it, and in a couple of days I'll do a little update about that, how that female is doing. I mean, I got two females. One's a wild one is the galaxy. I can see her color, like the dots, the blacks and the yellow and the orange, come back on this one. Right now I'm looking at her, so she's doing good. Of course, the salt bath will stress them, so don't do it too long, like around maybe 25, 30 seconds the max. Take it right out. So you gotta like put it in there, make sure the salt is melted. 30 seconds out, back in the fresh water, or else you will lose the beta. And if it's like too sick with the dropsy and stuff like that, it's too late for them usually, most of the time. They got like the skin's all irritated looking, swollen, the scales are all lifted. That's too late for them. Most of the time, it's too late.
Sorry about that.
Hey, no problem, bro. This is live show. Anything can go. I want to try to take another. The top tank where George was, I took the stones from my 70, 90 gallon, whatever that was. I just took my head in one time at the Oddball Aquatics show. And so that tank, it's gone. This one side of the wall where the beta rack was before, it's all cleared up. I'm going to be putting a rack in there with a bunch of 20 gallons maybe on there, 15 to 20. It all depends on
Wait,
which rack.
what do you mean? Don't you still have your better rack? Or you moved
The
the
beta
location?
rack, it was one side before, right? So I moved it, I made it better, and I moved it to the other side of the
Oh,
wall.
okay. I didn't know you moved it. I know you made it better, but I didn't know you moved it too.
No, I moved it from one side to another side of the wall. And
Okay.
there was a big thing sitting in the floor. Not the half moon. It's like a bowl front, but not the half moon. The half moon is 185 gallon. The bowl front's around 90 gallon. And there was a lady brought me 260 gallon for free. They were no good, but again, I sold it to her for like very cheap. We'll see what happens. Hopefully soon we'll get that breeding going. I'm thinking, to make a business out of this in the future, but not anytime soon. When I get my own place, it's a good hobby and you can make your money out of it.
Yeah. I would say it's a lot of work. You can make money just breeding, but you also have to have the clients, right? Like you have to have enough exposure so that people go to you instead of someone else at the same time.
Not
So
just the
that's
client, you gotta show what you're doing. Like you gotta
yeah.
have to have good quality stuff. Not like
Mhm.
you don't care about your animals. They don't look good. You can't ship them. Barely half of
Right.
them get there dead.
Yeah.
Very important. Very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah. I mean, that's all part of the marketing of it, right? Like people or have to want to go to you to buy it, right? Yeah.
I
I mean,
don't expect to get
customers.
rich out of it, Jesse. It's just want to have a bunch of friends and nice, like-minded people like you and everybody that we all talk to. Uh, it's the best part of the hobby and making friends and
Same
same
here.
time.
Same here. Yeah. Yeah, it's good fun. And
I
at the
really
same time, it starts to support itself. Like, when you start off, you're definitely spending your money on your hobby. But if you can
Mhm.
get to a certain point, it's actually making you a little bit and definitely supporting. So you're not spending money on your hobby anymore. It's supporting itself. And that helps.
You know how I stay home. I'm a stay-home dad. I gotta cook
Mhm.
and take care of kids, and the kids are handicapped, so I have to have some kind of income coming under my name. I gotta say, hey, this guy is not just sitting home; he's making something. I don't. I don't look at myself that I will ever sit down. I want to work the rest of
Hmm.
my life. The only time I want to rest when I'm 6 feet under.
And you also breed those snakes, the ball pythons. And do you do tarantulas too? Do you breed those to sell, or you just
While tarantula breeding is another level of a whole entire different experience. I don't recommend it.
have,
I don't
have you
want to breed them.
you haven't bred them yet,
Did
or you
you
haven't
did
tried?
you watch that one video when I was taking the tarantula rehoming? Okay, if
Uh-uh.
you watch it, it will put you on the edge of your seat. Especially if I wish I had a video camera like from the top when I was actually the tarantulas moving and stuff. I couldn't do that. I don't have all the equipment, right? So I did what I could, and still one of them jumped out of the tub, and it gave me the EVGs. I was like, "Oh man, you guys see what happened?" I was creeping out, and it wouldn't go back in the cage. I caught it in a catch cup, and so stuff like that. So when you breed the tarantulas, the female, 99.9% of the time, she after if it's successful breeding. So what happens? The female's in her cage. You put the male. She comes out to the female cage. He starts going tap 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 tap. She realized, oh, somebody's out there want to breed. She comes out, tap tap. Okay, that means they're gonna go. She raises her fangs up like up, and he puts her two. She got little. He got little pom poms right here. And then he's got two longer leg with spurs. He holds on to her up, and the pom poms push the sperms down underneath the female's like the butt part. It's really cool process, but once that's done, if the male is not super fast
To get
disconnect,
away,
she'll grab him, bro, and eat some for
because he's
dinner.
holding up her things that is trying to kill him, right? So once he's done, he needs to like let go and run away.
Or you're gonna be there on top of it with like sticks and shish kebabs and make sure they don't bite themselves. And it's a day. I don't think I can do that. Sorry,
Are they venomous?
all venomous. They are. If they bite you, you won't die. Nobody ever has died from the tarantula bites. But if you are allergic to them bites, you can go to an
Anaphylactic
anaphylactic
shot.
shot,
Uh-huh.
and you can die from it.
Oh, okay, okay. So kind of like a bee sting, but probably
Yeah,
hurts more.
it does hurt like worse than these things. Some of the species will put you for weeks into muscle spasm, headaches,
Oh,
vomiting, all kinds of bad. Oh yeah. Okay,
okay.
so
I
there is
understand now why you're scared. Then.
new world tarantulas and old world tarantulas. I like the new world tarantulas because the new world are the ones that are from uh, Central America, and the old world are from Asia and that side of the world. So that's why it's called New World, Old World. So the old world tarantulas, they pack the big punch. I don't want to deal with them. And the New World tarantulas are really cool, red, and I mean the old world
So
are
those are
pretty.
the ones you have, the South American ones mostly. Then.
Yes, kind of mostly. I only have one, I think. No, I don't even have an old world tarantula. I don't think I have any. They're very, very vicious. They jumpers, fast movers, lightning super fast.
But you're breeding, so you're breeding the snakes though. So how is that? How is that going? Like as far if you were to compare your fish side or your snake side, like what is
The
kind of
snake,
making you more money? I guess as a breeder.
you're not supposed to look at the snakes with money or the fish, first of all. If you look at
No,
them as
no,
you
but
love,
I don't look at it that way. But I have my guppy side, I have my betta side, I have my dorsaiclet side, and my guppies do make me more money. Not that I love them or anything, but they do better financially. They sell better, you know.
well, put it this way: one snake can make me, if you calculate, like the feeding costs a lot, the rats. So it takes 4 or 5 years. You're gonna feed every week, one like for a month. So you gotta calculate how many a year, and then subscribe. If you take those out, and if you sell the snake, you are not making any money.
Oh,
But if
really?
you calculate
Oh,
it that way, you calculate it as you sold the snake, you'll be making for one more around $150, $200. Some of them 250. It all depends on the more. Let's say the
oh, okay.
albino.
That's not. That's around the price then.
Yeah, the albinos are on like 250. The pieds are around 350. The banana, the coral goes around 200 to 185.
So
So
what is the cost like of maintaining them? Is feeding the rats? Is that what all the money's going towards?
feeding the rats, husbandry costs a little bit. You get like this cocoa bedding.
Uh-huh.
It's chunks of coconut. It's the husk. It's all pieces, and you put that with a water bowl. You got to change your water bowl every other day, and they just stay in there where they are. They don't come out. You're the one that goes out and take them out. I can go get one. They don't bite you. The ball pythons are, I don't consider them as a wild snake, wild animal. They are more tame than a cat, wild cat or any other cat. If they bite you, it doesn't hurt. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it will. If it's a big snake, yeah, of course. You know, when it comes with that force, it will hurt you. But once you disconnect it, the blood's off, it's all good, bro. It's not like a
Do
big deal.
do they appreciate human, like, do they like people, or they just kind of like,
I don't.
not
I
really?
think sometimes they just back off. You know, leave me
Mm.
alone. They want to be left alone. In their nature, ball pythons, they are usually in their burrow waiting. They're nocturnals. They come up. They go on the trees. They eat birds. They eat whatever is moving around. They sense the infrared heat with their heat pits. They have the tongue. They flicker out. And every snake, they have things called Jacobson organs, and that what sense the food from miles away. So they know, they feel it.
So people just pretty much just keep them for their beauty, then not really for their like companionship. Yeah.
Most of the people, yeah, the only few people leave it for their companionship. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, I don't take them out every day. I enjoy my fish, looking here, the mud skippers, feeding them. I mean, I interact with those guys. I enjoy this side of the hobby more than the snakes. The snakes are amazing. When I first held my first ball python, I was so in love with it. I don't want to leave that feeling out of my heart. That's the feeling you don't want to let go. You want to love the animal. You want to keep doing it. Don't look at it as, oh, he pooped. Oh, no, just go change him. It's done.
Nice, nice. I mean, I guess like I don't cuddle with my fish either. It's the same thing. It's like you just kind of admire their beauty.
When it gets to a bigger collection, if somebody has over 200 snakes, I think he needs help with somebody. But some people can manage it. So I would never be able to.
So
I
how
have
many
right
do
now
you have?
52.
You have
I
like
will keep
25?
always around 50. 50 is the max. I will keep 52, 50. I will keep it. I don't want any more of them.
How many do you have now?
52.
Oh, you do have 50. Okay, that's a lot.
But I got some coming, so I'm gonna have to make decisions on what I get,
Mm.
what lives, what doesn't live. Sometimes they perish. Sometimes they don't make it out of the egg. I looked at today. Some of the egg looks sunk in and not looking so happy. So I got to make a decision. Should I cut it? Should I cut it early so I could give the chance to come out?
Oh,
I'm
you
like
mean
confused.
physically cut the egg open? Is that what you're saying?
Many the heat messing things up. The heat is not nice. I have them in the house, air conditioned, in the incubator with the, but still the heat is not helping at all. The fire today looks like a cloud of like like a big rain cloud. The
Yeah,
fire
that's right.
coming
California's
right
on
over my
fire
house.
again. What's
Bro, it
up with
was right over my house, like coming right over my house, and you can see it.
that's
All that.
crazy? Why is California always on fire?
You hear me coughing? I can barely breathe right now. The air is super bad out here. My
Man.
ponds, the water ponds, full of ashes everywhere. The color of the water on top is super disgusting. I'm scared of losing the fish out there. But
Sucks,
it's
man.
natural, right? Ashes will make the water pH low, right?
I don't
I
know.
think ash will lower the pH.
I
That's
have no
all I
idea.
would worry about, and that's good for the plants. I have plants everywhere.
Priscilla. Hey, what's up, Priscilla? She's asking
Hello.
you if you ship any of those balls.
I have not yet, but after getting confidence of shipping betas, the balls are easy to ship, easier actually, because there's no chance of getting. I mean, if somebody leaves them outside under the sun, that's it. It's over for them. So that's why you got to be careful. You got to know where it's going, who's going to pick it up. And the person's paying you, not giving you $10, is giving you hundreds of dollars.
Yeah,
Sometimes
that's what do you think? Like if you ship someone something and it's left out in the sun for a few hours, that's not your fault.
that is
So
not your fault, sir.
do you, as if you have a guarantee on a DOA, you still honor
2
that?
hours
You still have
after
to. Oh,
receiving.
okay, yeah, that's right. Some people say that. Right. You have to. I should put that in. Like
2 hours.
2 hours after the delivery. Oh, okay. I'm stupid. I didn't say that. I should put that in. Yeah, because that's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
It's not your fault. It's not outside.
Yeah.
Somebody should have been on top of it. We're like, now you sent me a tracking. I check
Right.
tomorrow. I check the day after. I might get it earlier. I want to make sure. What if I got it and it doesn't send me an email?
That's right. Okay. Okay. I'm dumb for not thinking of that. Yeah, send them.
The UPS truck will come out. I'll be jumping on it and say, "Let me see what you got."
Yeah.
I hope he's like, "Hey man, we got something for you." Sometimes they do that.
Good point. Yeah, because I'm sure they were sitting more than 2 hours.
I'll do an unpacking for you if you want. Don't worry.
Yeah, up to you.
You can see how you packed, how the fish got.
Priscilla says she wants a snake from you.
Yeah, I can send you one. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Well, let me hatch up some crazy ones coming up. Cross your fingers. Everybody's healthy. They eat. Then I will more than happy. The ones I have right now, I kind of don't want to get rid of. If it's expensive, Priscilla, I'll make a payment plan with you. Don't worry, you can pay me in payments. That's how we work in the ball pythons. So if it's like a $400 snake, you can make a payments on it.
Bryson says the ash will actually make the pH higher.
The ash will make the pH higher. That's not good.
Oh, interesting.
That is not good. I was thinking to make the pH lower because it's the burnt. I don't know.
I didn't have any thought on that.
It was interesting.
I was thinking about shipping some. You ever seen those gold dust geckos? Gold dust. They're like green. They have like red spots and blue. I don't know why they're called gold dust, but they're super.
We have those. They're spiky, no?
No, they're not spiky. But I think they're worth something else. Like maybe I should ship them because they're all over my house. I have so many.
Friendly?
I don't know if there's a market on them. Like, do people buy them?
Are they friendly? It all depends. They are friendly.
Oh yeah, they're friendly. Yeah. Well, they'll run away. They're not gonna just stay on your hand. But they're one of the most brave ones. They like Micah. He's not here tonight, but he actually has a video of him. He put some sugar water on his finger, and it was just licking a wild one, just out in his property. Just started to lick.
I see that.
Yeah, I think he posted it on Instagram or something, maybe Facebook. I don't know. So you were saying what?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Maybe the pH.
The pH, yeah, that's not good if you go. Yeah, I was saying about the pen. The pen you were talking about today, how you went and calibrated your pen. What kind of pen you're using?
Oh man, I wish I knew. I'll tell you later. Amber from Big City Betas, she uses the same one. She told me to buy that one, and you can calibrate. So it comes with these two liquids, and so when I first gave you the measurements, I didn't.
It wasn't calibrated.
I wasn't calibrated. So I just okay, dip it in. I was like, and then I did my tap. My tap was way too high. I was like, no way, my tap is this high. So I was like, let me calibrate it again. Sure enough, it was totally wrong. You put it in this like green liquid, and then you press the calibration button. It resets it to 7.0 because that liquid is guaranteed 7.0. So it's kind of like resetting. It's like okay, reset, and then I tested it again. I forgot what brand it was. It comes in like a white container. It looks very professional.
Do you trust the ones on Amazon for $20? There's a pH and TDS meters in there, cheaper ones looking.
I mean, I don't know.
There's a
I don't know.
yellow and blue ones. You know, it's a couple months use maybe. That's all it is for.
Yeah. Because mine was the pH meter. I think it was 40. So I
The
mean,
one I
it's
got,
not too expensive, but it's not too cheap either.
$100, $110. It's made by Hannah. It's literally nicest one
Oh
out there.
yeah, I don't have a Hana. I don't have a Hana. It wasn't a Hana brand.
Need to get a calibration solution for it.
I know. Yeah, Hana is definitely top end good stuff for sure.
It's good product.
You have that for TDS and pH?
Yeah, no, actually, it's a one pen does the TDS and parts per million. So it's a EC and ppm.
I was wondering why you gave me two measurements. I didn't understand that because mine only gives. I have a
Measure-
TDS pen, but it doesn't. It only has ppm.
Yeah, the ppm was the first measurement. That second one is the everything in the water, pretty much. Electric conductivity, they call it.
I don't have that.
Yeah, electric conductivity. I can't pronounce the words right. Sorry. I hope you're understanding me. But yeah, so it kind of like it not the total dissolved solid. It's reading something else. It's the like the salts or something in the water, I think. So if it's too high, over 700, 800, that one, not the parts per million. Parts per million, sometimes I get it up to like 600. If I put salt in there, it's still good.
Yeah, so my rice fish, when I give you the measurements for the ppm, I was kind of surprised to see how high it was. I was like, oh, I better change water because compared to the tap, it was like way more. It's just all that food that I keep putting in. I hardly change water in those ponds. I figure like, the plants will take care of it. Take out the nitrates, but you're still putting substance in there, so it's like things in the water. That's more than before. So you tells me I should change water more often.
So the person that took George. I have a golden nugget pleco. He offered to buy it. He just told me to hold it for a month or so. He's gonna buy it from me.
Oh, nice.
For a good price. He offered me a lot for it. Yeah. I was
Cool.
like, you got it, bro. It's yours now. So far, he's been very honest, and he paid what he said he was gonna pay. He came and took George and left. I gave it to him, believe it or not.
Hey, how do you find your customers? Or like, how do you know all this?
I don't call them customers. I make friends. I talk to people. I'm social, and
I know. So you just people in the hobby, just locally. Yeah.
I get to meet people every day, any minute I want. Man, the days if I knew what I should have got in long time ago instead of the snake into the fish. If I knew what I knew about the fish, I would have done fish before any snakes. Snakes cost too much. To get into the snake costs thousands and thousands. Don't think that I got that 52 in one night. No way in the world. That's like over $60,000 maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe more. The rack system was only, but one of them was $3,000. And
Do you think you have made it back yet? Not yet.
not yet, but I have it for a long time, like 6 years or so.
So eventually you will.
With this breeding, this next one, if everything goes good, yeah, I'll be making it for sure. But I'm thinking not to spend the money just because we need to move out. So I need at least like somewhere around $15,000 to put the bank and move out of the place to get me a nice place.
Oh, that's gonna suck to move all your crap.
Well, I'm gonna get helpers and people to pay them to move out stuff.
I never want to move again.
I don't want to move. I hate moving. I haven't moved for a long time. Before that, I was just moving, and then I was like, not anymore. It
Yeah.
breaks my back.
We're too old for
Is
this
that,
shit.
is that your favorite beer?
Huh?
Is that your favorite beer?
It's my go-to. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's my everyday. That's what you gotta have your go-to. It's not gonna be like the best of the best. It's cheap, does its purpose.
Nice. I love beer for one reason. I don't drink it anymore, but I like the taste, the flavor of the beer, the malt, and all that. I really enjoy drinking beer a lot. And I tried many different varieties like German, Belgian, English, different ones, even American made, like the ales here. Some of them made in San Diego.
Yeah, those really good those what do you call those microbreweries all over America. That's where the business is at nowadays. It's fun trying all the different ones. Expensive though, very expensive. They're not fooling around, but it tastes good.
CO2. My wife's stepfather used to make his own beer in his own house, but he stopped doing that.
Oh yeah, I've never tried. Never tried. I used to
He
buy
had
the Costco beer. Costco had its own brand. It was a Kirkland brand. It was only like 50 cents a can, but no one liked it except for me. So they stopped selling it. I felt like I was the only customer. I put it on the car, walk around Costco. No one else has it. I don't think it did well. It was good.
you have any betas breeding right now or no? You breed any of them?
I bred like a marble, a koi betta. Actually, it was a what do you call those? Galaxy? What do you call it? The ones with
Galaxy
the
Coin.
blue specks? Yeah, a Galaxy
Yeah.
with my original line. So my original line was just a regular blue, black, white marble. So I crossed them two, and so I'm finding that about half of the bettas are plain colored.
Plain
About a
blue.
quarter, no, plain red blue, like that regular betta color. And then about a quarter of them are cellophane, and the other quarter is a marble, is a koi looking.
The Salafans that you can see through almost.
Yeah, I
Nobody
like
thinks
them.
of it.
They're cool.
I
No,
gave Beto 17 of them the other day.
huh?
I gave my friend Beto 17 of them the other day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's like, "Can I get some betos from this thing?" I go, "Yeah, get the cup." I go, "Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4." Kept taking them off. He's like, "I'll pay you for them later." I go, "Just take them, bro. Get out of here." I
Yeah,
don't think I can. I don't think I can sell that.
yeah. So those plain color ones, I tend to I'll cull all of them. Like to me,
The plain one.
that's not a fish to sell or even give away. Those to me, those are just all culls. I know the pet stores will sell them, but not me. I'm not gonna sell those.
You know, I have some what you call it. You're gonna like to see some crazy Mbales. I
Yeah,
bred Mbales.
you.
I have some.
I don't care for embellis because to me they're plain color. They look like the red, blue,
Yeah, but it's an
Prakas.
embellis. Some people like it. I have many of those. I even have samurai embellis.
Mm-hmm.
A samurai color, the green looking, and but the red and the blue on the tail.
That sounds interesting. I didn't know they had different
Embellis
colors.
don't breed true, by the way. They
Yeah.
don't breed true. They breed all kinds of different ones. Embellis are hybrid.
But
They're
no, I thought they were wild. Oh, but
wild,
then nowadays
but they're
they're hybridized, like or
yeah,
they're
they're
more
hybridized.
domesticated now, right? Yeah. But they can colony breed, right? Or you can colony keep. You can keep them in a colony.
Well, I have them in the. Some of the females are in the 120 gallon. Just brought them from outside. They're actually messing around with the older females, but the older females are like, "Get out of here!" You know, He's like, "Get out of here, back away." there is a lot of space to run away, so they don't mess around with each other. But yeah, they can get along. If you the embellis, I heard are peaceful more, but they do jump, by the way, guys. They're jumpers.
Yeah, all of the wild bettas will jump. But I've had my Chinois jump. One of my initial breeders, he jumped out. He was the better breeder. I have the other male left, but the other one was even better because he had a bigger mouth, so he had bigger clutches.
Do you have the microstoma right now breeding?
No, those died. Those died. I couldn't save them. I think they had a fungal problem. I tried
Yeah, that
salt. I tried
didn't work.
a few things. Yeah, didn't work. No,
How much salt did you put in the water?
I don't remember. Yeah. Yeah, and Priscilla sent me those gladiators, and the male jumped out, and no, both of them jumped out. The female jumped out too, and I saw her flopping around on the ground. I picked her back up. I threw her back in, and I'm like, "Yep, the male's gone."
No.
I used a light diffuser. You know how the hang in the back they have. You know the hang in back. When you have a lid, you have a cutout area, right? So I just covered that area with the light diffuser. And you think, no way they're gonna jump out of the light diffuser, but yeah, that's the only way it could have got out. Only way.
They jump. I think with those betas, we should do a sponge filter. Well, let me tell you what happened. I did a water change inside on the shrimp tank earlier. I find a bunch of shrimp in the filter, so I gotta have to change that. Those shrimps in those filters no good. They're not. I'm losing a bunch of shrimp, so I need to find me an air pump. Like when I get this new air pump, maybe I'll take one of these old ones. I have like 3 smaller ones here, 4 smaller ones. Take it inside and use sponge filters for the shrimp because that's what everybody recommends. Those overhead small ones, even.
Crafted Pores is here. I got this sticker from them. They're in the chat. Hey, Carson's here. What's up, Carson?
We got some people in here. I hope you're all having a good time.
Yeah, it's only 10 o'clock over here, but it is a weeknight.
It's almost 1 o'clock over here.
Damn, that's late.
Nah, it's already. It's only 1 o'clock. I want to add some tannins to my beta rack. So what I did is I took I took a bunch of catappa leaves and I shoved it in one of the containers where the betas are, but there's no beta in it. And it's doing the dripping, but I have it running faster. So I'm hoping that will get the water soaked in and keep moving through the system. Because I don't want to put it in where the filters and the pumps are. A bunch of little pieces will come apart.
So you're saying you put it in one of the beta containers that the beta is in. Oh, is that working at all? When did you do that? That sounds like
so far, I just added them like about a couple hours ago. I haven't seen the color change.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna take like 24 hours to change that, give that tannin color out.
It's gonna start to break down. Yeah. Hey, White Cloud Dynasty, nice to see you here.
I'm tempted to try the UV light again in the tank, but I'm scared. What do you say? Should I try it again? I lost all the glow betas because of the UV light.
Oh, is that what did it? You think that's what happened?
They killed them all, man.
I guess maybe you shouldn't.
But it's supposed to be the UV kills the gram-negative bacteria, and that's what causes the fish sickness.
Well, so did you put it in a place that they're exposed to it as well? So I guess you could just how you're doing the catappa leaves, right? You just put it in one container, and maybe you wrap it with some black something so it covers it up. So then it's just it's running through the system. It's cleansing part of the water, but it's not exposing any of the fish directly.
In this system, it's gonna have to go in a sump where there's nothing but filters.
Yeah. Then it's okay, maybe, right?
I'm hoping it is. I'm scared. There's too many betas, bro. I got I'll lose a lot of money. That's one part about because I saw 2 of them getting not so good. That's why I'm like, I gotta fix those guys because it's all connected to each other. One gets sick, they all get sick. That's one bad part about Rex. But it's good again. You can heat them all up at once. You can, if you medicate the sump, you can medicate it all in there. But I rather take them one by one, separate, medicate them. So what do you guys think? Should I throw that UV sterilizer, and how many hours should I leave it on for? Like 6 hour, 12 hour, or should I leave it on 24 hours?
I mean, my personal thought is if you are gonna do the sump, then it's okay to leave it on 24 hour. Just kind of like a UV sterilizer in a pond setup.
Mhm.
They leave it on all the time. Yeah. Is Chattanooga Ed leaving? Okay, good night. Do you stream this time often? No. No, Carson.
What is Carson asking?
If I stream this time often, this is the first and only.
First time he has a Aqua Balls as a guest.
Yeah, anyone as a guest. Well, I had Carson as a guest, but in person, like he was here.
Oh.
Yeah, he was digging my not my koi pond, my aquaponics pond. You gotta watch that one. It's kind of funny. everyone was giving him crap because he was a slacker.
Aquaponics is really fun. I mean, if you talk about aquaponics, I love aquaponics. I learned this beta rack system was like a little toy for me to make it because I had a little experience from aquaponics previously making systems like ebb and flow systems. Like one of those systems that you grow tomatoes in it, connected all to each other in the garden, like 12 containers grow at the same time. They flood and they go down, and all the water goes in the container, and then it goes back up, fills it up every like few hours to get the roots back wet. And you know what I'm talking about? So that's a systems stuff like that I worked with. I made those before.
Yeah, no, mine does that. It's called a ball. What is it? What is it called when it that thing when you? What is it called? A ball, something. You talking about the aquaponics system where
Aquaponics. There's many ways.
Dumps, right? What do you call that thing?
The ball? What is ball? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, okay. Well, it's like a tube that goes up and a tube over it. So once the water fills up, it dumps. What do you call that?
I don't know.
I don't know. That system is called, so it's like this. It's a way to like make the water go up and down in the aquaponics.
It's a system that makes
ball valve. Thank you, Christina. Ball valve.
There you go.
Gosh. No, Ed, I wasn't telling you to leave. You said thanks for the stream, so I thought that's what you meant. Don't leave. Yeah, I forgot to tell to work down.
The wife is sleeping, I'm sure, and the kids that.
Oh, yeah, mine is two.
One of my kids is awake, but the rest of them should be sleeping.
Yeah, she got off from work. She had to work 2 days, two 12-hour shifts, so she's tired. So I'm going to sleep early. Okay. Wow. Make the kids go sleep with you.
Dave Aquarium Tots hit me up today, said, George, would you want to go drive to San Diego? I go, Dave, what time? He's like, this afternoon. I'm like, no, brother, I can't. It's like a little late, like a last minute thing. I can't just do it. And then I looked around, like, the place to go, it's only 2 hours away. So if I would have left at like 12 o'clock, I would have got there at like 2 o'clock and come back. It wasn't worth it, man. I am looking for some crazy betas. Like, I want to get a Super Red. I want to get a Hellboy. I want to get a couple fancies. I might pick up one tomorrow, but if it's still there, it might not be there. I don't know.
Yeah, Hellboys are pretty cool. Those are nice. So Hellboy, is that the color? Is that the red and yellow color, or is it is it the fin too? They have
It's
short
red.
fin?
Yeah, short fin, star tail with red body. It's got the shiny going on the red, and some of them has white spot, black spots. So pretty, man. They're like so many different varieties of the Hellboy out there.
Yeah, it was important to choose a cool name like that too. You pick a good name for a beta, it helps. Like Samurai.
Samurai is good, yeah. Galaxy is good. Like what is it? Nemo is good for that one.
Yeah.
Nemo.
Yeah.
There's so many. The super blacks are very rare. I heard to find. I try to make them, but
Hmm.
I haven't got one yet.
Yeah, you don't see very much pure black betas. That must be very rare.
I'm really interested in the Galaxy koi ones. They're the colors, especially, they get fantastic. You get to a point now when you get your lines, you're gonna learn all about how the genetic works from breeding one, 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 one. I know
Yeah.
it's gonna take a few years to learn all the genetics. I just started a few months ago. Now I learned. I had problems with the what is it called, the Hydra, because I feed brine shrimp. Now I took care of the problems with the Hydra. Hopefully the ashes won't kill my fry outside.
Did you use that deworm, the goat dewormer one, or which one are you using to for the Hydra?
Use that one dewormer. What is it?
Is it powder or liquid?
It's a powder made by this one company. Hold 1 second.
Is it like Panicure? I wish I could 2SD to get
It's
that.
supposedly made for Planaria and Hydra. It's made by Aquaponics.
Oh,
Shrimp safe Planaria remover.
how much was that? I always kind of thought about buying that too.
I got it from another hobbyist for $20. I was told around here in my LFS one of them sells it for $9.99. So it's okay. I don't mind supporting another hobbyist, but which I found it. He told me it works. I tried it. It works like a champ right away. Hydra shrinks and they go away. Not anymore. And if you see it again, you add little more in the tank.
Hmm. I mean, Hydra is one of the easiest to take care of. Planario, not as easy. So that says is for Planario.
I got planaria in one of my shrimp tanks in the house, but I don't want to dose nothing in that.
They don't.
Why do you get planaria?
I don't know. They don't kill my shrimp. Oh, you should have seen. Priscilla did a post today in one of her groups, and it was a Neo Caradina red, blue, and yellow, and next to each of them has a planaria of the same color. So kind of like saying like they're eating the shrimp and then they change the color. It was a post by what's his name, the Shrimp King, right? Priscilla knows what I'm talking about. I was like, that's photoshopped, right? That's not true. I've never seen a planaria colored up like that. It was too crazy. You gotta see that pose. It was like no
Dude,
way.
I saw a flower horn in a beta body today. It was hilarious. It looked like a flower horn with all the fins are like the half moon beta. It
Uh-huh.
was a super good one. It was Photoshop 1,000,000%.
No, I mean, so Priscilla says planaria attack shrimp, guys.
I'm
Maybe
sure
that
they do, but
maybe that's true,
I'm
but
not
was that photo real? Are you really saying that those planarias were really that color? I've never seen a planaria that color. That would be crazy. But what is Mercs? Doses on the Mercs. I don't know what that is. My planaria in my black rose tank are not black. Yeah, you had to see that image. Is that for real? That would be
so.
crazy.
I took some crystal shrimp from one tank today and I threw them without acclimating in the other tank. I do that now because it's the same water. I change the same water. It's not like same water, just different tank. and the same soil, same filters, same plants, all the same. I tried it, and the what is it called? Shrimps are just fine. They swim normal. They go eating right away.
Mm. Okay, she's saying there's 20 different types of planaria, and yes, that image was real. That's amazing. So I mean, so I just don't happen to have that type of planaria that can do that. But that's I almost want that straight up planaria. It's like out of this world. Like they were the same color as the shrimp. It's crazy. I bet you could actually sell those. That's
Did
how
you get your axolotl eggs yet?
huh?
Did you get your axolotl eggs yet?
Oh, Priscilla?
Your axolotl. Yeah.
Priscilla?
hmm
Hers are babies. I don't think they're big enough yet. I don't think so.
Bro, I love to get some. I will put them in the house in a cool an AC room.
Bob Kaler has some axolotl babies right now. Yeah,
Man, I don't think he'll ship them. I don't know.
he ships.
I beg him every time I go to his stream. I say, Bob, send me some, and
Oh,
he
you
never
do?
said yeah.
He doesn't
He never
acknowledge
said
it.
yeah. So I don't want to hit him up on his email him up and say, hey, send me one. If he says yeah, go ahead, Aqua. I'll send you one. Yeah.
No one has a skirt. You can tell them
What's gonna happen?
they're very different. Like sorry, Posiwi. I think she has all male cherry shrimp. That's pretty rare. They don't look as nice. They're long, skinny, more lighter colored, and they swim around a lot. They don't stay still like the females.
We are the closest state where those axolotls are actually native from, and we're not allowed to have them.
I know, but that's why, right? Because they can naturally. But I mean, why should they be illegal anyway? Anywhere, like we should want them to survive in the wild. Like, it's not gonna. Like, do you guys have like endangered wild species where the axolotls might take over and kill them all or something? Like, is that what they think?
Jesse, in my opinion, if you want to ask me, I think differently. I think this way. I think by mistake they actually banded it. You know how you get these people sometimes, oh, it's endangered animal, let's sign a petition, and then they sign it and they pass it, and that's it, it's over. It won't go back ever again.
Yeah,
But by mistake.
yeah. Once you lose a right, you will never get it back.
So what I think happened must be PETA did not want the laboratory people working with the axolotls, taking their limbs and trusting their blood and this stuff. So they made it illegal in the state.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm sure
Lots of
something like
things
that.
go illegal in California. I bet. Right?
The thing is, something when it's illegal, it's easier to get, but it costs a little more money. That's the only thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. It goes that way in everything, in drugs, in clothes, in everything.
Yeah.
Let's say they make the weapons tomorrow illegal to the people. You think, let's say I lost my guns, right? I gave them away. I'm the good guy here, but the bad guy did never register and never told her that you have it, and I'll never give him up. He always has them. So who gets to lose in the end when you do that bad, put those laws? The good guys end up losing.
Mm-hmm. 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 And like Pussy says, the stupid thing is people put like plecos in the waters. But what's crazy about that? Like plecos are not even illegal anywhere. I don't think.
I went last time to the market. There were people in front of it. Can you sign this petition? I go, what is it about? Banning this type of breed of puppies. I go, well, if you ban this breed, I go, who said? And the little writing says, ban the whole entire nations of puppies. I don't want to ever have dogs in my country. So I don't know what I'm signing off. I'm not gonna sign nothing. See you later, I said to him. You sign something small, but you're not looking at the smallest writings in there. by mistake. People don't tell you the truth always. They want you to think it's the truth. I would not leave the nature in the nature, and that's fine.
What is that?
Don't bring no vipers home. You'll be fine. Scorpions, spiders like me, you'll be okay. The guy that came over got to George. He goes, I told him he loved the room, by the way. But when I told him I have tarantulas, he's like, I said I have ball pythons. He wanted to run away. He wanted to go on the other side of the street. I'm like, dude, they're just snakes. And he's like, no, I don't do snakes. I'm scared, terrified of them.
Tell me, I have roaches. I have rats. Look at the last picture. I just saw it. Like it's like she sent me a shrimp that has blue and red on it. Kind of like a Superman shrimp. I wonder if I can share it. How do I share this?
Did you say you have rats?
No, you have rats. You have
one street rat went in my kitchen. I'm trying to capture it.
Let's see if I can make it.
No joke, huh? I have traps set up in the kitchen right now, all over. What is that?
Yeah, what is it called?
That looks like a blue.
Oh, it's a planaria in the blue shrimp. It's in the carapace or on it. Oh, well,
I see it.
See how red it is? At first, I thought it was like just a interesting colored shrimp, but it's the planaria.
That's a blue boat, man. So the planaria gets inside the ship.
I want to show you that post that they shared on her Facebook post. It was pretty cool.
The colors of the different planaria.
How do I get this on the screen? Hold on.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Remove. I don't know.
Good luck.
Oh, here. I found it. Okay, I want to show you this. It's pretty crazy. This.
Oh, what? No way. So you're saying that planaria ate the shrimp?
Or something. I don't know. I didn't read the article, so I don't know what caused the color. Or is it just camouflage? Is it just adapting? But the image earlier you sent was like a blue shrimp with a red planaria.
The mines are white looking. That's planaria. I see it.
It's funny how they're always googly eyed. Like I would say, like I would actually pay for those planaria. They're so cool.
Should I try some of this powder in there?
Huh?
Should I try some of that planaria powder in there? Maybe they die.
Oh yeah. For sure they'll die.
Damn, look at that
That's
blue
crazy,
one.
Right? That's crazy. Look at the eggs in that.
Do you want to know something funny, Jesse?
Mm-hmm.
That's my actual country's flag, red, blue, and orange.
Oh yeah.
When I first got into the shrimp, I was in love. I was like, man, they got my flag color. It can't get any better than that.
Oh, this is actually the only colors that I have. I have red, yellow, and blue. That's all I have too.
That one's yellow. I have orange. Orange, nice pumpkin looking orange.
I don't have orange. These are nice specimens though.
Oranges are the ones I have. They always pop. Yeah, that one's nice, especially the red one on top.
Yeah, they're very nice.
So that one's, I think, the red one's called, what is it? Bloody Mary, right?
I don't know. There's so many weird names.
Red one, I think it's called Bloody Mary, and the blue one is just a blue.
Blue
I have
Dream.
many of those. Yeah, I have many of those.
Yeah.
I have some that dark black. The same thing. It's Blue Dream, but they've inbred so much that the color becomes dark black.
Or sometimes they're like black and blue, right? Some of them.
Yeah, like patches, black and blue patches.
I
Yeah,
think those are
I
called
did
like
have to.
carbon release.
Carbon blue release or something like. Yeah, they have more money supposedly. Yeah.
Dude, whenever I throw these in the pond, they get way bigger than
Bro, the wife is buying me the Mario uniform. It's me, Mario. So one of those days you might see me dressed up like Super Mario Brothers. Don't be worried.
Well, Halloween is coming up.
That's right. That's maybe when.
Yeah, I mean, this is so hard to believe. That I've never seen anyone else post this until today. This is
That's
the first
possible.
I've ever seen a planaria of these colors. Ever. So it's tripping me out. It's just I can't believe it. I mean, I do, but I just it's crazy.
That's on Facebook, huh?
Yeah. Shrimp King. How do I?
Shrimp King. Okay. So I feed one of my tanks extreme pellets, and the other one I feed in the crop cuisine. The one I feed extreme pellets, the other day I put couple extra ones in there. It made the water murky, so you can't put too much of that. It makes a big mess. Extreme makes a mess. So I think that big tank I should put no more than like 4 pieces, and it's not enough. There's so much shrimp; they're all attacking it, and it's not. If I put like 10 pieces, it's too much.
10 pieces.
Yeah, like there's
Not too
big
much.
pieces.
Oh, they're big. Pellets, right?
No, they're like a little tiny compressed.
Oh, disc.
Yeah, not disc. What is it like? I don't know. The food, man. They're compressed. They not discs though. They're like little pellets. You can break them.
Like a wafer?
No. They're circle, like almost my rat food, like a straw compressed.
Hmm.
Let me show you.
You ever tried those? Where did they go? These. You ever tried these tuba
See
flex
how
worms?
it's compressed in circle?
Oh, it's like a rabbit food.
Yeah, but no, this is too big. The shrimp extreme, it's like tiny, but it's exactly like that, compressed. So what happened when it hits the water, it's opening up and the shrimps come and eat it. But if you put too much in there, it's not good, man. It's making the water murky. So crab cuisine, I realized it doesn't make a mess. It works too. It's making, so I might stop feeding the extreme. I'm gonna try that one murky tank, just crab cuisine, see what happens.
You ever seen this stuff? It's the dried tuba flex worms. The freeze dried
I've seen
worms.
it around on Netflix. I mean, Amazon. I've seen it advertised. Netflix.
Really? No, but it's cool. Like I like to smash it against the glass.
Jesse, it's late.
It is. You just smash it against the glass like it sticks, just like those Sarah O nips. You know how you can just smash it and it sticks.
And
But
it
then-
stays there for a while.
It stays there. And when it starts to loosen up, and then it looks like it wiggles. It's kind of like it looks like it's alive, and then the fish are really attracted to it. It's pretty cool.
What was it? San Francisco, the dried brine shrimp. You remember those ones? The dried blackworms.
Yeah. Those are good too. Yeah.
Yeah, but I take it and I put a little bit of water and I smush it in, and then I let it go in the tank so it will sink down. It won't stay on top. We're going on 2 hours almost.
Okay, sounds good. We can just go at the top of the 2 hours. So 5 more minutes.
It was good hanging out, bro.
Yeah.
We really enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Sorry I bugged you. I'm like, Jesse, let's go hang out.
No,
I
not
hope
enough.
everybody else had fun.
Yeah, hope so too. Oh, I never fed baby brine shrimp or Daphnia to shrimp. I mean, but they gotta be dead though, right? They don't eat live ones, do they?
I tried that because I have those little rasboras, I call them, whatever they are, the little tiny micro rasboras, right? And I have those, and I squirt shrimp, baby brine in the shrimp. I don't watch them shrimp eating it or not. They go out, mix it all over the tank. I'm sure they eat it, but I
Hmm.
never seen it. Because imagine how tiny the shrimps are, and then
They're like defenseless little morsels. Like anything can eat that, right? They probably taste so good. Next time I make those bottles, I just squirt some
how
of
long,
them. I should do a
how
video
long
like
you
that.
can
Yeah.
keep them alive in those bottles? They
Oh, I
die
don't know.
after 10 hours, right? They don't make it anymore. They start stinking, and even
Yeah.
though the bubble's going,
Yeah.
so you
Yep.
can't grow big brine shrimp. Are those different types of eggs? The
No,
bigger
no, no,
brine.
no. It's just the density of like how many there are in such a small container. It'll crash. But if you take a small amount of that and you put it in a 10-gallon tank, then they'll be fine.
To grow big.
It's just the density is too much. Like they can't handle that.
But the 10 gallon has to be brackish water also, right? And
I'd,
moving
I'd,
water.
yeah, 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 yeah. No, it doesn't have to be moving water. It can be still. I bred them. Not it doesn't do that well. Like I don't make as much as like I want, so it's not really worth my time.
Did you watch Dan's fish, the black worm? He has a video about him cutting the black worms and doing a culture inside the red lava rocks, little tiny pebbles of lava rocks, and he just feeds them every so long. And then he did a cleaning. He said they were like almost double the size of the amount he put in there.
How long did
So
that take? 1 week?
how long? A couple months. He said, I think so.
A
Right?
couple.
He,
Oh,
he
okay.
has a video of it, and then he said that he doesn't harvest it all at once. He just harvests little by little, little by little.
Mm.
That's a good way, but he has filter in there also. Like feeds it.
I just need to devote one setup to that.
10 gallon. That's all you need. Near 10 gallon. Put little rocks on the bottom or any kind of soil or pebbles or something. If you put, I think organic soil, they will love it. Like the one that makes it stinky, organic soil, and they put the heads out of there. They stick halfway in there, and I'm sure there's organic matters underneath. They eat that too.
I know. I just
It's,
bought. I just bought that organic soil that has some guano, some bat poop,
put
and
some little
some.
bit of sand over it.
Huh?
If you do
Oh,
that, I'm
sand.
gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna put a little bit of sand, not whole a lot of sand, just a tiny bit of sand to cap it, and then let the worms over that,
See,
and
that's
then
why
let them go.
I want you to try because you have. So if you fail, at least you're easy to get some more. You can try something different.
Different, yeah.
Me, if I fail, like that's it. It's hard to get it again. I wanna know like a good
You can,
proven way, that it's gonna work. Yeah.
2 months later. 2 months later.
Hey, I have enough to do. I'm not in a
I
rush.
had the worst news today.
Not in
I'm
a
like, my
rush.
papers.
Mm,
Somebody wants to buy them. The guy that is coming is like, sell me the mud skippers. I'm like, oh, sorry, dude, I can't do that.
that's funny. Someone just emailed me asking me if I sell mud skippers. I'm like, no, I don't. I just keep them. I only sell what I breed myself, and mud skippers are not easily bred.
I am surprised why are they not super expensive and available.
They're all wild caught. So yeah,
Why are they
Anthony.
not super expensive? They're rare to come by.
Anthony just woke up.
You want to jump over here? I'm just kidding.
I'm about to end it actually. We just hit 2 hours. I think this is a good
Hey,
time.
you don't have to end it, bro. You can hang out. I'm not. I can go get a little bit of water, get my mouth little water. I can come back really quick. You can hang out more.
No, I think I'm gonna end it. It's been long enough for me. Gotta head out. But
We'll see
thanks.
you guys.
Yeah, thanks everyone for coming. Thank you, Aquaballs, George, and see you on the next one. Good night.